Hello, Jenny. Lovely to see you. So is this a significant event for Prince William? He's very much positioning himself, isn't he, as a green pioneer. Is this perhaps because his father now has to be a little less political? Is William prepared to step into that particular role?
Well, yeah, I think he's demonstrated that over recent years. Of course, he started Earthshot last year, was the first tranche of £1 million prizes, which were handed out, awards rather than prizes, to projects that were deemed worthwhile and could make a real difference to the planet. And this is the second. So they're heading off to, it's going to go on for 10 years. They're heading off to Boston, Catherine and William, and they're going to Boston because that's the birthplace of JFK, John F. Kennedy, and it was Kennedy's great idea that man could walk on the moon shot back in the 60s, that inspired William to call this his Earthshot.
How do you think the Americans view our royal family at the moment, Jenny? Are they riding a bit of a wave since King Charles' coronation, or has Meghan caused a bit of a problem in that regard?
Would you know, the Americans have always been obsessed with our royal family. I do a lot of public talking, particularly on cruise ships, and you get large numbers of Americans on board, and they run towards me to ask me all sorts of questions about the royals. They are fascinated by it, and a little bit jealous, I think, about the fact that we have a royal family. Therefore, one might say they kick them out. But anyway, there is this rivalry going on as well between the Meghan and Harry and the William and Catherine crowd, and a lot of the publicity is about the sibling rivalry. Will they meet? Well, no, there are absolutely no plans for the two brothers to meet. And there's this irony that in a few days' time, Meghan and Harry are going to be going to the East Coast themselves to accept an award under the auspices of JFK's brother, Robert Kennedy. So it's very ironic. There are two brothers. Robert was much in the shadow, I suppose, of JFK's elder brother for many, many years. And we have these two warring royal princes. One is launching the second lot of his Earthshot prizes. The second, Harry, is accepting an award alongside Meghan for standing up for what is said to be structural racism within the royal family.
Yeah.
So for two very different awards, and it's going to stir up a lot of feelings once again.
Yeah, deeply controversial, that Robert Kennedy Award for Harry and Meghan, effectively saying we're going to award you for, as you say, exposing the fact that the royal family is inherently racist. I will get you back on, Jenny, when we talk about that, because I think that's going to be such an interesting day when they receive that award, to see if the royals make any statement here. We have heard other reports this morning, pretty shocking reports, that police have investigated what they're calling very real threats to the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. What do we know about this?
Yes, it's the former head of counterterrorism in Met, and a very senior man indeed, who has spoken out about the extraordinarily serious threats which were made against Meghan Markle. He said that, you know, if you read what was written, the racism within those threats and the outright threats to her life, it's clear that she was considered to be in considerable danger at several times when she was living over here. So it brings up the whole issue of, yes, they do need security, clearly, but who should pay for that security? I don't think probably she's alone in having threats. I'm sure several members of the royal family, I'm sure the Duke of York, for example, and others receive threats, but these seem particularly serious, according to the top man, and we must, of course, believe him.